Oh, hello there, my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? King Rex here, and today we're continuing on with Kingdom Rush hero reviews, and for today we have the second hero that we have to talk about. Starting off with Magnus Spellbane.
Hocus.
And yeah, this hero is pretty interesting to say the least. It's been one of those where I kinda like him, but I also don't like him all that much. And you'll see why in a minute, but he is pretty good when you look at him. So yeah, let's just pull off the stats. By the way, these are the stats when he reaches level 10, for those of you who are confused. Here it is. 360 health. That's not a lot of health. Yeah, indeed it isn't. But he's a mage, so the damage is good. 23 to 68. That's not bad. That's a pretty decent amount of damage. And yeah, his mobility is pretty much instantaneous. He can just teleport everywhere. He has an instant teleport. The only hero that can teleport actually in this game, which is pretty unique. And yeah, obviously he has no armor or resistance, which kinda sucks a little bit. And yeah, there's nothing too much to say about him, so let's just jump into the abilities and see what they are. Starting off with the first one, which is labeled as Mirage.
Put a spell on you.
So yeah, the first ability is quite an interesting one.
Hocus.
Basically, he creates
Unlimited.
replicas of himself, and the more levels you get, the more replicas you're gonna receive. And it's pretty nice, at least at first glance. However, the stats for the replicas are not the exact same as him. So yeah, basically you start off with one replica at level 2, and this replica has 1 to 5 damage with 51 HP, which is not that great. And they have the same attack speed, by the way. The next one is when he reaches level 5, he gets 2 replicas, so now you're doubling them. And they get slightly better. Their HP goes up to 57, and their damage gets increased to 2 to 6. And at level 8, this is the last upgrade, where now you get 3 replicas of your... he creates 3 replicas, and each replica has 63 health and 2 to 7 damage, so they're not great as far as DPS goes, but however there is one upgrade that makes it really good. And the upgrade that I'm talking about is the last upgrade into the magic tree. And basically this upgrade makes it so every magic attack, including heroes, reduces armor. And when you get 4 people attacking a single target at the same time, his armor is gonna go down incredibly quickly. So this is one of the reasons why it's kinda useful. If you have really heavy armored enemies, you can just shred their armor with ease, and it's pretty nice. However, other than that, I don't find them to be all that great. Sure, they're an additional blockers, but they're not great blockers. They're just there to stall enemies for like half a second, and that's it. At least that's how I see them, but I won't say it's a terrible ability. And the next one is probably his superior ability, let's be honest, it is Arcane Storm.
Knowledge is power. Hocus.
Yeah, this one is, however, much better. I would say it's probably one of the reasons why I kinda really like him, is this ability. And if you're wondering what it does, he basically summons a bunch of little meteors, and each meteor does 20 damage. Now, I'm not quite sure if it's magical damage. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I haven't figured it out. Sorry for that, but it's 20 damage nonetheless. And when you start off at level 4, he gains 6 meteors, and basically you get more and more as he levels up. At level 7 he gets 12 meteors, and when he reaches level 10 he gets all the way up to 18 meteors, which is a lot. So yeah, at most you're gonna do about 380 damage. And 380 damage is a lot of damage. It's not something to laugh at. However, the issue is that the meteors have kind of iffy hitbox. And sometimes you may hit a lot of enemies, the same enemy with... Like, basically, it's kind of difficult to hit the same enemy with every meteor. It's a little bit difficult sometimes. But I won't say it's a bad ability. I would say it's a little bit better than the replicas, at least to me. And as far as the cooldown goes, it's 15 seconds. And yeah, that's about this ability. There's not all that much to say.
Unlimited power.
So yeah, in conclusion, Magnus, I think he is decent for the amount of money that you're spending on him. He's not my personal favorite pick. I know, even though I know a lot of people really love this guy, and I can see why, but he's just not my cup of tea. But still, I would say he deserves at least 8 out of 10. He's really good. The replicas, even though I don't like them, I have to admit, against some really tough enemies, it's really helpful. And he definitely helped me out in some of my challenges that I used to do. And as far as his meteor goes, it's okay. I find it to be decently strong, but I don't know. Against single targets, it's not quite the best option. And you pretty much need units to stall the enemies into the meteor, otherwise they're just gonna walk right by. And yeah, that's kind of alright. Basically, you have to you need a barrack unit. Just like with bowling, you need a barrack unit in order to stall everybody and let him just decimate them from a distance. As I said, he's a mage, so you don't want him to get into close combat whatsoever, unless it's like a really desperate situation. So yeah, well, that's about it, guys. That's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future, and while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.